Yo, 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 what's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm back for this little old 2025. Um, this will be my first blackout for 2025. Of course, I like to kind of get straight to the point and drop some techniques and drop some thoughts, some of my little thoughts to create or spark another mind. I definitely like to share the information and references that I'm tuned into. Because I think each one should teach one if you're interested in that type of path. But without further ado, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is a couple of techniques dealing with elements. All right. So number one, I'm gonna start with fire. It's a fire technique you can use. Your own fire element that lives within you. So number one, you could write down on a piece of paper like how you feel about anything that's bothering you. Write down how to forgive yourself. Write down that you forgive yourself, or any type of negative way you feeling about yourself. You're dealing with this fire element technique if you want to deal with an aspect of self-healing. So you write down how to forgive yourself and that you forgive yourself, and release any negative thoughts about yourself. Let it go. It's probably not even worthy of you in the first place to be distorting your mind or what you got going on. After you write these things down, if you want to, write it in lead. Write it in lead, or you could be creative and write it in a different color, or whatever suits or floats your boat. And then after you do that, fold it towards you, saying this is for me. This is done. This is complete. You could fold it again. You could turn it clockwise, bring it towards you. Whatever method of magic is good for you in your, when it comes to magic, nothing's religified. When it comes to magic, by you adding your tinge to it, makes it new. So ain't nothing wrong with piggybacking off somebody else's joint, because we all in this boat together anyway. But soon as you add to it, makes it even more special because it's yours. Alchemy. All right, the next one is air. Have your intentions in your mind and your thoughts, right? Last one was fire. Now we dealing with the air element. Use the air element. Have your intentions in your mind and your thoughts. And then you gather in your mouth, your own breath. Once you do that, make sure you fuse those thoughts into your breath. Then you can blow it out into a water glass or your jug of water. Program your water through the power element of air. Put your thoughts and intentions into your breath, then just blow it out. Blow it out. All right. Have your intentions fused with your breath, then blow it out into your water or liquid, whatever type of jug you got your liquid in. Alchemy. A little alchemy. All right. Now, when you're talking about the topic of water, for example, program your liquids. For example, your coffee. All right, you say, how I'm gonna program my liquids? Ain't that the same thing you was talking about? Well, this is water. A water element you can use to do what you need to do. All right, program your liquids. Get a label, a little white label, or be creative, or just get a piece of paper and put a tape on it. It ain't got to be super neat. It's magica, Use your juice and put it on a label. Add what you want to say, or how you want it to be, or how you want it to feel, and all you got to do is believe in yourself. Nobody else don't need to believe in you. You don't need no type of validation for nothing. Don't even worry about if it's working. It's working. Just do it. It's working because you said so. If you believe in yourself like that, So add it to the mug or the cup or the jug or whatever container you have. Program your liquids using your element within yourself, water. All right, done?
Alchemy.
All right, next one is earth. Shit, I just got some bank dirt the other day, man. I went over there and rolled up and let me get that bank dirt. Ain't nothing new, but I think it's real cool. And you can use that bank dirt. It helps to be grounded, or to have something to pertaining to being fruitful, because a seed comes from the dirt. I'm gonna give you a short example. When I went to get my CDL in 2017, I was a little nervous, but when I went to that area of the land, what I did was I picked up the dirt from the ground. I used this dirt, and I had a little velour, a little black bag, a little magic bag, them little bags they sell in them stores, on conscious stores and stuff. And so I grabbed the dirt, held it in my hand, picked it up, and said, I will succeed on every part and everywhere of this land, and so shall I be. I shade that thing. But I had little coffee grinds in there. I had some other things to speed the process up, or AKA quickening of a tangible ritual. And I think that was 2017. And I even stalled out during the test. I was like, oh my God, no, I've failed. She gonna fail me. She passed me. But she was like, man, you drive good. You stalled out, so what? But it was magic, because when other people stall out, she's like, quit, you hit over. But I had a little magic to the skills, you know what I mean? So that's a short story. So
Alchemy.
the next one I want to talk about is dealing with, it's another aspect of fire, sort of, kind of, but in this case, you're doing a mental technique. Not sure if you want to call that an element family, but it's a mental technique. What you do is you get a white piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and in that blank piece of paper, you concentrate, stare at it. You concentrate, stare at it. Make sure you're in a decent mood, and you project the message to it. Project some happy thoughts to it. All right? Project happy thoughts onto the paper. It's going to stick to the paper. It's going to stick to that paper. That paper going to be charged. It's going to have your juice to it. It's going to have your energy to it. It's going to have your thoughts in it. It's going to be, that's what they call when they transform a tool, a regular tool, turn into a talisman, because it's infused. So some people say, this is my lucky charm. My lucky charm. But infuse it with your juice. It turns into a talisman. At the same time, it can hold energy, and everybody knows you can manipulate and move and send and retract, and hey, it's just energy. It's nothing to have a label on. So when you sending, for example, somebody, just for practicing, send somebody an envelope or a message, the average person opened it and say, man, ain't even nothing on here. What you doing? You sent me a piece of paper with nothing written on it. But that's that average person. That's cool. The other averages, the beyond that, I'm not, whatever, talking about who's better than who. I'm just saying for the studied folk that's doing this purposely and practicing, they'll come to the conclusion, hey, I feel something off this paper. Matter of fact, if I listen closely, or if I feel closely, it might be giving me a message. But that's a mental technique. Project your thoughts onto the paper. Be creative. Hell, then you could burn it if you're trying to do that type of ritual. That's why I was talking about the fire element aspect. All right. The powers that be, or whatever they want to call themselves, the elite, or any other type of underground organizations, major family groups that have been around since the beginning, whether they good guys or bad guys, it don't matter. They have a certain unique people around them with particular gifts or powers. This, and as far as a reference, I will say a good movie to watch is Push, Push. Y'all should watch that tonight. Y'all should watch that tonight. In the movie Push is the reference. They got like somebody called the Shadower. The Shadower is around a very, very important person, or a person with a lot of money, or a person with a lot of power or influence. And if that person know they always being watched or followed or whatever, a big help is the Shadower, the individual you have next to you. And you probably have some powers too, but that might not be one of your waking abilities, or you feel like I'll hire somebody if I can't do it. So what you do is understand that in that movie, you notice that person is a blocker. You can't do no remote viewing on nothing, on nobody. No remote viewing on nothing to nobody if you got a shadow blocker around you. All you're going to see is black. And the one called the seer, or the one trying to do remote building, is going to tell you that, like, I'm blocked out. I can't see nothing. They must be got a whole blocker. The seer is very important too, because everybody don't have no blocking skills. So he or she can see ahead of time or see events or also be a remote viewer. We all, Billy Carson talks about that. So does a bunch of other people, but just something of relevance as a reference. Billy Carson talks about that. That and he knows individuals and points you in the right direction pertaining to that. He give information and names. You kind of gotta just, you know how it is on the search engine. Just tailor the words right. It'll come together. All right. The seer. They also have other people on the team, individuals who do psychic attacks against your psyche and ultimately affects your physical. You'll be off balance. They have a book out. It's been out for a long time. I didn't even finish reading all of it, but it's called Psychic Defense by Dion Fortune. Psychic Defense by Dion Fortune. That movie was called Push, Push, a reference behind the remote viewing and how to actually do it and get taught and what you have to do, or maybe get pointed in the right direction. I know Billy Carson talks about it. Just format your fingertips on the keyboard properly. But all our gifts, we all have the same gifts, even different gifts. What a paradox, right? But they're just dormant until woken up, and through practice, and logging in or writing down your results, and repetition, patience within your repetition. Become your own scientist when you're doing these things. Take your time, or don't take your time, whatever you choose, or not choose. You don't have to be doing none of this stuff. Another important thing to consider is a little more advanced information this year in regards to chakra conversations, or advanced chakra conversations. A brother named Rod Hayes, ROD spacebar HAYES, he definitely has a good explanation and goes in depth about practice procedures in regards to your chakras, and also gives an in-depth explanation just about the description, and I believe that's activating your spiritual awareness. It was a lecture or interview by Black Magic 363 on YouTube. This is on YouTube. Dealing with worlds within. Another good reference is Brother Panic's wife, Miss Khadijah. She have a website, samedi.com, SAMEDI.com. Just look up Brother Panic or Cult Lectures, and you'll see his wife information also on the page. It definitely helps us and shows us application, teaches or gives you suggestions, but it's all application talk. That's what I like, and getting in depth with descriptions and a map within you. You learn about all different type of stuff, about one's core. And you'll be able to see things from a different perspective instead of hearing the same old thing. And it's okay hearing the same old thing, because each of us is coming up at a different point in our life. Some people, Dr. Lean Bay was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Damn, I'm dropping stuff. Yeah. Let me whip this out, because I can't remember everything. A lot of videos that I have and that I've done, I just started speaking last year. Definitely was time, because I've been running. But YouTube channel at reference/CH the number 2DV on YouTube. It's at reference channel 2DV. So as you've checked out about your chakras and why you're doing the work, explore the in-depthness of your shadow work too. And in case you want to embark on or understand different areas of you, when you start releasing things, releasing your thought, your frequency will change. So when that happens, you'll start to see and learn about these different areas of you, and you become kind of energized. It's a different type of feel. It might feel sexual or sensual. You'll feel like that. It'll feel like an orgasm, or you feel like horny. So sort of like your tantric energy will be high. You know what I mean? For example, so while you releasing and storing and clearing and doing all this work, start feeling lighter, start feeling more, you know what I mean? Then there'll be symptoms that you may feel ill. You may feel ill for the need of a pouring in of something different, but a release of the old, getting rid of that old energy. Through these references, and you doing your thing, your own hypothesis and practice, study, you'll have to lightly deal with that too, as you become more powerful. And remember yourself, remember who you are. Nothing's gonna, we all gonna go on a continuous cycle of doing our thing and learning. That's all I got for now. But this is the blackout for the new 2025. Peace and love. Check this out. 1.